Alright, gonna do a couple example problems here of the other types of equations. Revenue application. Alright, so we're gonna say that you're an aspiring rock star, and you're in a band with some of your friends. You're getting ready to produce a CD to sell. You survey a bunch of your friends and find out that for every dollar here, over $10 that you set the price of your CD, you'll lose about 5 people that'll purchase it. Okay, and you think you can sell somewhere around 200 if you leave it at $10. So if the CD is paid for by your parents, okay, so there's no cost to you, what price should you set your CD to make $3,000? And again, you have no cost, so in this case your revenue and your profit are equal. And then we need to take a look at this price that we'll have to set it at to make $3,000 and see if that makes sense. And then we'll see if we think we can make $3,000. So first couple things we need to understand here is that revenue, okay, is going to equal the price of the CD times the sales, okay, the number of units sold. Okay. Alright, in this case we want to make $3,000 revenue. Our price, and this is the absolute key to this problem, okay, is that we have to look back up here and determine what is everything kind of dependent upon. How many are we going to sell? How many CDs we sell is completely dependent upon, according to our survey here, what our price is. Not necessarily what our price is, but what our price is over $10. So what's key here is, in this problem, X should equal every dollar, right? Every dollar over $10. Okay? So it's our increase. Okay? It's our increase from $10. Alright, so our price in this case, if X equals every dollar over $10, our price in this case should be $10 plus X. Okay? And then we realize, look, we have 200 that we think we could sell for $10. But for every dollar increase, we are going to lose 5 people. And so again, to interpret this, you have to understand that this X is the dollar over $10. For every dollar over $10, so we're going to lose 5 people. So we're going to lose 5 sales. Okay, so the question is, can we make $3,000? And what would the price of our CD have to be to make that $3,000? Okay, so what we're going to do here is start multiplying some things out. And if we go ahead and FOIL the right hand side here, we have our 3,000 over here, and we FOIL this, we get negative 50x and 2,000, kind of out of order here, but 200x minus 5x squared, and we'll start simplifying some of that. I'm just going to bring some terms together, so we get 2,000 plus 150x minus 5x squared. Okay, now what you should recognize here is that this is actually a quadratic, and that we need to begin to get everything on the same side. And I'm actually going to bring everything over to the left so my leading coefficient isn't negative. So I'm going to end up with 5x squared minus 150x, okay, plus 1,000 equals 0. Okay? Then I'm going to factor out a 5. I'm going to get x squared minus 30x plus 200, okay, equals 0. I'm going to divide both sides by 5, which 0 divided by 5 is 0, so I'm just going to be left with x squared minus 30x plus 200 equals 0. Okay, now Some people might rush to a calculator here. You don't have to, because we can actually factor this. What two numbers multiply and give me 200 and add to give me negative 30? Well, that actually factors to x minus 10, x minus 20. Okay. Again, remember, you could use quadratic formula in this case, but since it factors, this is kind of nice. So in the end here, we end up with x could equal 10 or 20. Okay, now, what that's saying is, and we have to remember right here what x is equal to, what that's saying is kind of a summary statement is that our CD, to make $3,000, we would need to, our CD price, which remember equals 10 plus x, would then be, we'll write it down below here, could be 10 plus $10, or, which is $20, or 10 plus $20, which is $30. So according to our survey here, we could either set the cost of our CD, our price of our CD, at $20 or $30, and according to our model, should be able to make $3,000. Do you think that we could make $3,000? Well, I guess that's an opinion question here, but I'm going to say no, probably couldn't make, probably could not make $3,000. Mainly, because, students probably aren't going to pay $20 for a CD, especially today when you probably, one person would buy it and then everybody else would just burn it. So, no, because the price would have to be too high. So sometimes our mathematical models give us the answer that we're looking for, but in reality, not a real practical answer, or not a real something that would happen in reality. But this does happen in the real world, and in some cases, setting that price real high would actually end up giving you a higher profit, even though you would sell less. That's it.